All right. This one's coming from r/relationship advice. It was posted 4 days ago with 4.4 thousand upvotes. The title is My Friend, 18 Male, Almost Accidentally Killed Me, 19 Male. How do I move forward? This is a hard thing to talk about as it only happened a week ago. My family owns a crossbow that we usually shoot at a target on our property. While my father got it, it's considered to be mine for use. I'm quite skilled with the crossbow and I've fired it innumerable times, and I am very careful. It is not a killing weapon, but it is not a toy, and shooting it in a critical place could be lethal. I didn't shoot actual arrows, more like pencil-sized darts with relatively sharp metal tips. I had brought friends over before, including my best friend, 18 male, to shoot at the target with me before with no issue. This is because I very clearly explained that it isn't a toy and to exercise caution. One day, my friend called me up and asked if we could shoot the crossbow. Unfortunately, I said yes. In retrospect, the warning signs were there from the start, but nothing could have prepared me for what happened that day. He showed up shortly after calling, and I was there set up and ready for him. From the start, he wanted to begin shooting the target, but I slowed him down and went over the protocol of how to fire it and how to put the safety on. He kept giving me quick responses of how he remembered how to do it, and I gave the demonstration myself. Now, we had done this before, so it wasn't a complete red flag that he wanted to speed through instructions, but I wish my judgment was better. He fired it off a few times and hit the target with no issue. Then I went to grab more darts from the dart box, which was behind the direction of the target, essentially completely opposite to the line of fire. It all happened in seconds. I felt a sharp thud hit my head and my vision go black for a moment, but there was no pain. I remember looking at my friend with the crossbow in hand and wide-eyed as a deer. I began to scream as I instinctively pulled the pencil-sized dart from my head.
Oh my god.
I have to say I may have been in more control than he was while I was bleeding from the head, as he froze in shock and I yelled at him to call 911, which he did. My adrenaline was through the roof, and I didn't actually feel the injury, but I knew I was bleeding. Very quickly, both police and medics showed up at the scene, and I was fully lucid. I understood that I hadn't sustained a serious injury. However, the place where I was hit was an inch between my eye and temple.
Holy shit.
I told police it wasn't intentional as my friend could barely speak out of shock. I went to the hospital but was let out very quickly. It's been a week and my friend called to ask me if I was okay at the time I was in the hospital, but we haven't talked since then. There was so much dangerous stupidity from him that I can't understand how he had his safety off and had turned away from the target, faced me, and shot. Can I ever be his friend again?
Oh! Oh my. That I'm sorry, but this isn't really like something that like you need the internet's advice on. I think this is strictly a you thing. Like this is something like, can you get over this? Yes or no?
Yeah, this
isn't really
crazy.
like something that like others need opinions on.
Right?
It's primarily how you feel. Like, what does your gut say? Do you think you could ever forgive him? Do you think when you see him again, like, do you think you can be around him
Without wanting to, like...
or just feeling safe with him? Like, will you ever feel safe with him again? If the answer is no, then maybe you can't be friends with him anymore.
I agree.
For me, I feel like I have trust issues. I wouldn't be able to just, glaze over this, like, and just be around you. I just I don't know, even in like a kitchen setting, like how do I know you don't have a knife in your hand and you're going to accidentally throw it at me?
Yeah. Like you broken like trust on safety.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Top comment says, I shoot guns regularly and as a group, we're really safe. If one of my friends shot me accidentally through their own stupidity, it would be the end of our friendship. That's not forgivable. Safety is paramount, and he shot you opposite of the target. What the fuck?
Okay, but I have
P.S. Bill your friend the medical costs.
Sorry, missed that. But how did this happen? I think you need to get to the bottom of that, because how were you opposite of the target and he shot? Like, was it intentional? I'm questioning.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get it. Like,
seems like he turned around and then just didn't have the safety on.
I I think either way though, yeah. I wouldn't be able to look past this.
So the next top comment says, I don't know, man. That seems intentional by the way you tell it. I don't know if maybe you'll want to be his friend again, but you are going to want some answers from him regarding his intentions. So you have to talk to him at some point, at least to let him know how it looks from your perspective. That will probably give you some peace of mind later down the road. Did you guys discuss why that happened when he called you in the hospital?
Yeah.
And somebody else replies and says, yeah, that sounds like a guy who already knew what he wanted to do.
Right?
And OP replies and says, he's not a malicious person, and we have/had a good relationship with no real issues. While it's astonishingly concerning that he was unable to recognize the risk he was taking, I would know if he had intended on doing harm to me, and the police spoke to him and determined he didn't have that intention. What I'm struggling with is how do I move forward with this because he's my best friend, yet this experience has been traumatic and potentially a friendship ending thing.
Okay, like OP is saying this, but there's no proof. Obviously, like that would be in the back of my mind too. Like
Yeah.
even if he can go blue in the face saying that it was an accident, but like in the back of my mind I would be like, are you trying to kill me?
Yeah, right? They're 18 and 19, so I think yeah, they're both young and dumb because, all 18-year-olds are like they think they know everything, but you don't know anything yet. You know a bit, but you don't know a lot yet. So maybe there could be, but it's like he would have to work so hard to like earn your trust again, and then you'd always be wary of that. And like I don't know, like there's some situations where stuff happens. Like I remember one time, like I was in a car accident. I was in the back of the seat, and the guy was driving, and he tried to pass a car on like ice roads and stuff, and like he crashes into a bridge and stuff. Would I ever be in the same car with that guy again and stuff?
Fuck no.
I don't know. I don't
You
know.
don't know?
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
Like,
because people like that, they don't care. Like people who drive recklessly with other people in the car, I have no respect.
well, okay, yeah. If that's what I mean, like it's a gray area because like I didn't feel like he was driving recklessly with no respect to the people who were in his vehicle. I feel like he was getting hyped up by the passenger and trying to do what the passenger was telling him to do, and he just didn't have the skill level for it. So
exactly, that's reckless.
I don't know the way I saw it, but there's also another time with when I was in high school, we were trying to light a bonfire and we were all like pouring fuel on it, and this guy went in and he lit it, and it ended up like it was at his feet, and it made him like light up on fire for like a split second. Maybe he could like not trust to be around us anymore, although that's not really like us shooting him with anything or like doing anything to him. That was kind of like his own mistake. But I don't know, I just mean like there's certain you get in situations where like you're at that age where it's like, okay, maybe it could be forgivable. It depends on how you feel of like what can you put trust in the future.
Yeah. Not I, but
yeah, that's a crazy one. Getting shot with a crossbow, I could not imagine that. That's insane, actually.
Terrifying.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
All right,
back to you.